Welcome back to the news at 10. There are indications that fresh crisis may be brewing in Nasarawa State as rival group heads continue to dare each other following mutual suspicion among the warring ethnic groups. Former Ombatse chief Zakari Al-Mulaga and the traditional ruler of Waba local government Musa Nagogo have been engaged in a war of words, with each challenging the other to war, even when the wounds of the last crisis are yet to heal. On our big story tonight, we take a look at the tension-soaked relationship between the two dominant ethnic groups in Nasarawa State.
From Turun Adabu to Obi, Asakio to Gilingambo and Arikia, the site of desolation and destruction remains a telltale sign of the war between the Eggons and the Alagos, Nasarawa State's most dominant tribes. The Fulanese, another tribe which also have running battles with the Eggons and the Alagos, have fled Eggon region to seek refuge in Wamba local government area and Alago territory. This has caused the Eggons to be suspicious. They believe these two tribes are forming an alliance against them, as if not having had enough. Mutual suspicion among the warring tribes have grown to both sides preparing for another war.
We are aware of the camping of the insurgents in Wamba, actuated by the traditional ruler there, actively supported by the government. We are well aware of that. It cannot be hidden. It is even worse that the traditional ruler sent a personal message to me, telling me that he is ready. I should take my own Botse people to him.
Alumaka know me very well. And if he said he's prepared, that I sent that message to him, if he's proud enough, if he knows he's a militiaman, why didn't he come? Yes, he should come. I'm prepared for him.
The running battle before now have left many dead and have forced thousands from the three tribes to seek refuge outside their communities. Fulani orphans and aged now reside in primary schools and uncompleted buildings in Wamba. Their leader denies any plot to collaborate with the Wamba chief to attack Eggon communities.
In fact, it's not true. It's a pure lie. I am telling you these things.
Previous clashes have generated huge casualty figures, crippled economic activities, displaced many, and have caused residents in neighboring communities to also live in fear. These women and children just abandoned their homes in Kaduna Koro in Obi local government area after claims of hearing sporadic gunshots within their environs.
And we hear the gun and we are starting running. We don't know what is happening. That is why we are running.
So your Kaduna Koro, everybody is running from that village, or just a few of you?
All of us, we are running from there.
Where are you going to now?
So anywhere we meet ourselves, we can manage.
Hundreds of people have been killed from each side of the warring tribes, and they are still counting their dead.
I can assure you that at the last crisis that started from Angwankuje in Kadarko to Yelwa Baza, 249 Eggon people died.
I cannot imagine human beings would do such a thing. Trees that were growing for over 200 years in Asakio town were cut down. You burn down people's houses. You cut down the trees. Supposing these people are coming back to raise their houses and put roofs upon their broken walls, you don't even allow them to have a shade to rest under. This Ombatseg militia of the Eggon extraction, it's terrible.
As it stands, over 15,000 persons are internally displaced, mostly Fulanese who fled from Obi, Lafia and Nasarawa Eggon to seek refuge in Wamba local government, while some displaced Eggons now take refuge in uncompleted buildings located along the Federal University, Lafia. Things unfortunately may get worse if the government and security agencies don't step in now to douse the growing tension between these volatile neighbors.
First Bank.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Business News. I am Adeshewa Josh. The federal government has started investing over 500 billion naira in the production of sugar under the Nigeria Sugar Master Plan (NSMP). According to the Minister of Trade and Investment, Olusegun Ogaga, the price of sugar is now at an all-time low, while capacity utilization has moved up from 60% to 75%. The minister also said the federal government has created 10 billion naira funding pool managed by the Bank of Industry and a 5 billion naira matching fund by the National Sugar Development Council, among other intervention measures. Shares realized from Unity Bank's completed offers of right issue and private placement have been officially listed in the Nigerian stock market. The offers, which were oversubscribed by 4.94%, were admitted by the exchange when the new management of the bank visited the local bourse. Our correspondent, Temple Ashaju, has the details.
Ordinary share of Unity Bank of Nigeria.
The official listing of Unity Bank's new shares at the stock exchange.
Listed today on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
Shareholders had approved the rights issue of 19.2 billion naira and a private placement that yielded 20 billion naira. The new management has come to formally present the new capital injection to the exchange, and the MD CEO, Henry Semenitari, says the proceeds will help reshape the bank.
Shoring up the balance sheet within the adequacy ratio expected from regulation is pretty important. Of course, that also forms your trading capital. 2 is just to upgrade our infrastructure. Technology is a moving thing. You can never finish technology. I strongly believe what we have today in technology can take us within our business strategy of SME, agriculture and rural economy.
Posting impressive results through the last 3 quarters of the year, the bank is positioned to sustain the growth and hunt down its debtors.
Running an operational efficiency was one of the biggest strengths that had enabled us get to where we are. Driving your weighted average cost of funds, driving your cost to income ratio. Once your cost to income ratio, your weighted average cost of funds is good, I can tell you your profit will be derived. We're engaging debtors very assiduously and seriously to ensure that they make good their accounts. And in fairness, I have to thank a whole lot of them. In the last 2 weeks, they've been coming forth.
Unity Bank trades at a penny stock at the equities markets. The recent reforms are expected to change the future of the financial institution. Temple Ashaju, Channels Television News.
Well, VDT Communications has expressed its determination to improve on the provision of internet broadband services in all 36 states of the Federation and beyond. The management of the company made this known in Lagos at its customers forum and the unveiling of its new logo. The managing director of the company, engineer Biodun Omoniye, attributed the success of VDT Communications to consistent value delivery and attention to details.
Joyful board members of VDT Communications are here for 2 things: breaking new frontiers and unveiling their new logo. To them, the new logo is very significant. It's a bridge between their history and their future in broadband service delivery.
This new logo is simply to herald the coming of a new phase in our growth level. Now, a new phase in the sense that this is a precursor to our launching out the retail service. Is another way of looking at it. We wanted to actually show boldly what we have achieved with the customers. Now, we also wanted to show the dynamism that exists in our company and even in the markets as a whole. Once you think of bold and dynamic, then you think of this logo change.
We wanted to do things differently. We wanted to improve on the level of the services that we provide to our customers. And we've actually become world-class, the world-class service.
After 13 years of broadband services, VDT Communications has covered most states in Nigeria, including Lagos and the North, and is still expanding. The company's priority is also to place its customers first on its agenda.
I've been using VDT services for the last 5 to 6 years. Get to know them across some other vendors that were saying that some banks were using VDT. So we decided to try 2 sites to see how we can get some fiber connectivity. So we tried 2 fiber links, and the first service was quite fantastic.
VDT Communications can only keep broadening its horizon through its technological know-how. Tolu Ojewomi, Channels Television News.
Well, the figures from the Nigerian Stock Exchange, local buzz could not sustain the gains recorded in the previous trading session as the key index slipped back into negative territory, shedding 0.04%. Whereas Anne Nwagodo with the day's closing figures.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Trading ended on a negative note at the Nigerian equities market as the bears stylishly edged their way into the market. The all-share index dipped marginally by 0.04% to close at 38,979.30, while market capitalization is still at 12.91 trillion naira. Market breadth turned negative for the first time this week as there were 27 prize losers to 25 prize gainers. Guinness Nigeria topped the laggards table and distantly followed by Presco and ETI. And on the other hand, the top 3 prize gainers were Nestle, Forte Oil and CAP. Diamond Bank, Zenith Bank and Custodian and Allied PLC were the 3 major contributors to market turnover. When stocks crossed the finish line, investors having 4,693 deals exchanged 304.38 million shares for 3.10 billion naira. And that's it on the Stock Market Report. I am Anne Mwawadu.
Well, thanks a lot, Anne. And that's Business News Tonight. The News at 10 continues in a moment.
First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, the crisis rocking the Nigerian Football Federation resurfaces as the Federal High Court in Jos declares the newly elected NFF board as illegal. That's on sports. Do join us again.